Hello, my name is Ashley Robinson and I'm doing the ePortfolio presentation for Technical Writing English 3106-Section 01. My major is Middle Grades Education and I feel like that is what I'm meant to do. My career goals as of right now would be to graduate college and get a job in the education field. I would like to be a middle school educator. Even though I have had experience in elementary school, I do feel like middle school is my calling and middle school is where I am meant to be. I feel like my career goals are also to just grow people's education and grow children's minds, help them to, become the best that they can. I would say my number one goal in life as an educator is going to be to make sure that my students understand the information, understand, what is required of them, what is wanted and needed of them. And another career goal would just be to succeed. I want to succeed at everything I do, and I want to succeed in life and education and school, in all areas of my life. That is important. My abstract of this portfolio, I would say, is I have learned so many things over the course that I'm very proud of myself. I'm very happy of where I've accomplished and the things that I've learned from this class. This class has taught me a lot about myself, but it's also taught me a lot about documents that I'll use, in my career field. This is something, business letters, memos, parent letters, documentation of what my students are doing. This is just something, that I feel like this class has helped me with. This class has helped me to be able to communicate to my students' parents more. It's helped me to be able to write better and communicate better at work. I work at a doctor's office right now, and I feel like this class has helped me as far as the documents that I have to make for my job. Now I'm going to present to you my table of contents. My table of contents would first of all be Project 1, Analysis of a Technical Communication Document using the Characteristics and Measures of Excellence. Project 2 is the Web Analysis. Project 3 is Discover Project. Project 4 is a Job Application Package, which will include a resume, cover letter, and thank you letter for that job posting. Project 5 is Gilman's Proposal Essays, which I really enjoyed. Project 6 is Annotated Bibliography Reports. The next part of this ePortfolio presentation will be the revised chapter summaries and questions, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 14, 15, and 16. All other assignments listed after that in the table of contents will be 1, Pretext Business Communication. Number 2 is Effective Business Communication Video. Number 3 is the revised midterm and all the revisions that were made to that. Number 4 is the proofreading assignment. Number 5 is developing editing skills. Number 6 is the chapter 16 online assignment. Number 7 is the International Education Week or the Poetry Festival report. I chose to do the International. I actually chose the International Education Week, but I attended a festival, so that's what I did my report over. So Project 1, I would say Project 1 was about, the video that we watched and the things that Mark went through as a person, coming into a new job. He didn't know exactly, what kind of job he was going to be taking on, but he was given all these assignments, and Mark did very well in those assignments. It says, name 2 different types of writing that Mark was assigned to do. He was assigned to do memos to the new managers, letters to the customer correspondence. And these 2 were something that he succeeded very well at. He was put on a job and he did his job very well. Project 2 goes on Project 2 is the web analysis, which was we went in, you know, and analyzed that entire project. Project 3 was supposed to be a group project, but I did not do this as a group project just because I am an online student totally, so I wasn't able to work with anyone. The people that I interviewed was our office manager, Miss Sherry, and I asked her several questions about letters that she wrote on a daily basis, and she gave me examples of how they were used. And the second person I interviewed was Debbie Lanier, which is my practicum teacher that I'm observing. The answers, you know, I provided the answers to question 1 and question 2. I would say that out of all of these types of letters, sales letter, order letter, complaint, adjustment, inquiry, follow-up letter, etc., that I would more than likely use a resume and a cover letter all the time in life. Resume and cover letter is something that is used all of the time. Resume and cover letters are used for jobs, are used for, you know, different positions that are open, and I do feel like that was one of the number one things that I liked about this course. Continuing on was my introduction to the class, and I sent out a letter to the parents of a student in my class. And then Project 4 goes on to, you know, posting about a job, and, you know, you're interested in that job, and I let them know that I felt like I was responding to that ad because I could offer their company, you know, enthusiasm and something different, proficiency in what I do, and I strongly believe that I would be a good fit for that job. Then is listed my resume and cover letter listed after that job posting. Project 5 goes on to be the Statement of Purpose essay, Benjamin A. Gilman's Study Abroad program, and I gave my, you know, my background and all the information that was necessary for that project. Project 6 was the annotated bibliographies. We chose 2 bibliographies and did have to do an annotation on those. I felt like I was very good at this. I felt like this was something that I have previously learned that, and you know, this class did help me refresh my mind for research papers that I have had to do. Next was the chapter summaries. The chapter summaries were a very good way for me to learn this information and, you know, broaden my education in the things that I had to read about. I would say that these chapter summaries and questions, the questions that I came up with had a lot to do with how would I want my students to respond? How would I want to be tested on that material? And that is something that I incorporated because I want to make sure that I can, you know, come up with questions that the students can answer, that I can answer after reading that information. The next part of the presentation goes on to the revised midterm, and this is something that, you know, we were given this midterm. We went back and, you know, were able to make revisions. Let's see. After that revised midterm, I went on to do the proofreading assignment, and this was an assignment, you know, that we went over. You had to do the proofreading skills, and then last of all, Chapter 16 online assignment, you know, that was very simple. I would say my favorite part of this course, it had to be the festival report that I did. This was a festival that I went to, Music Midtown in Atlanta. It was something that I really enjoyed, and it was something that I feel like really taught me a lot about different kinds of people and, you know, different music, different food, different cultures. This was something that I really enjoyed. This is my presentation. I have enjoyed this class very much. I have enjoyed learning, growing as a student, and being able to do this work online. I do feel like it was a great presentation. You know, throughout the whole course was a presentation of what we needed to learn and what was needed, and I felt like this course very much did help me, and thank you very much.